All right, welcome to night one. We are starting our biggest trip yet today. We're doing 7 nights, 6 days through the Northeast. You know, we're from the South. We've covered everywhere around us, it feels like. We've been into Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, Tennessee, Virginia, West Virginia. Not Kentucky yet, but that's coming. So where are we today? We're in New York. We spent all day driving. It was great. That is sarcasm. Daisy's laughing at me. So we've been driving all day, but we're here now. We're in New York. Tomorrow, the agenda is Niagara Falls. It's just us and the boys, by the way. Nobody else could come with us. They're not really our friends, I guess.
They're all babies.
They're all a bunch of babies. So tomorrow we're doing Niagara Falls. After Niagara Falls, we're making our way into the Adirondacks. We're gonna spend a few days exploring around the Adirondacks, which I am super excited about. Got some cool things planned. Gonna hit some primitive campsites. After the Adirondacks, we're moving into New Hampshire. Found a route online. It's a paid route from Explorer, New Hampshire. It is called the Trans-New Hampshire Overland Adventure Route. So it is a 3-day route that runs from the northern tip of New Hampshire, right at the Canadian border, all the way south. It ends at the beach just north of Boston, Massachusetts. So we're doing those 3 days consecutively. Like I said, we're doing some primitive camping in the Adirondacks, and then tonight and then several of the nights on the Trans-New Hampshire route, we're staying at hip camp locations because it's guaranteed. You guys know how hard it can be. All the research in the world finding primitive campsites doesn't mean you're gonna get them. With the boys and trying to just make this as efficient as possible, we went the route of hip camp for quite a few of these. And when we get to the spot, I'll put the name of where we're at. For example, this one is a mouthful. It is, remember that, don't forget it. And it's a learning experience. We got some new stuff. Daisy will talk about all that. But here we go.
Hey, so I'm Daisy with Spartan Overland, and this is my first time. Just kidding, but that's what it feels like today. Because in reality, you've heard Jesse say before, you've got to be able to laugh at yourself. Well, I think you've also got to a point, not take yourself so seriously, because you've got to be willing to learn and admit when, you know what, I might have dropped the ball this time. So, you know, we planned this big trip. We're good at this. We've practiced, we've done tons of trips, our loadout's solid, we're quick setup, quick breakdown, kitchen's good to go. Well, we got some new gear. That's awesome, right? We got new gear. We got the dual zone, and we got a new battery. We got some new stuff. Well, we got it right before we left, and so we haven't really brainstormed the best way to go about this new setup. And here we are in the middle of doing this. And well, you see, it's a little haphazard. We're kind of winging it, and we're figuring it out as we go. But that's the thing. We're just gonna learn today. We were overwhelmed setting up camp. This is the first time. We were overwhelmed, and at some point in the middle of it, you just feel like this is a disaster. We've really screwed this up. But reality is, tomorrow we'll be even better at it, and the next day we'll be better at it, and then when we get home, we'll figure out what we didn't need and what we did need, and we'll make it better. So I guess in short, ultimately, just don't. Every time's not got to be perfect. Every time's not going to be right, and it's okay. Just learn from it, laugh it off, and keep it moving, because we're gonna have a great time.
quite the overland trip you got us on.
We're on like the city street right now. It's really peoply out here, but I'm excited anyway.
Where are we at?
The Rainforest Cafe.
So far, we've done so much driving. This is part of the Moose River Plains. There are over 100 primitive campsites here, and they're pretty nice. They've all got picnic tables and fire pits. They're nice and flat. They're marked. So we found a good one here. It's nice and big and open. We're starting our couple of days exploring through the Adirondacks. It's the only portion of this trip that is not meticulously planned because I wanted to do a bit of exploring. We're going to get up in the morning. We're taking the boys somewhere cool. We haven't even told them where we're going.
Campsite that we were at, the first one, a snail garden.
Yeah, don't worry about your arms. Because by the time it's warm enough to take that off, you wouldn't be here. It's always side to side. The fault.
Our first big stop is the Wild Center. The Wild Center is a natural history museum in Franklin County, New York that doesn't feel much like a museum at all. Their biggest attraction, and what our boys enjoyed the most, is their Wild Walk, a walking trail across the treetops, sometimes as high as 30 feet. Scared. Look at how scared he is.
Alright, I think getting out is going to be real tricky. That's all of it.
Oh!
Especially with that kid.
What are you guys looking at?
There's a fishy. One came real fast, but then he left.
Why is this water so high?
The building's built in a way that
Built
the
underwater.
lake is level.
Built underwater-ish.
Which is really cool.
Look at fish.
Look at that. It's right up to the window.
One went over there, but he was over there and went zoom. And came here and then left.
While Daisy was preparing sandwiches for us, I made an unfortunate discovery. One of our CV axles has torn a boot and worn out at some point during our trip. While this is an issue that will need to be addressed as soon as possible, we won't be off-road in the next 2 days. So after a few calls with our hometown Toyota wizard Ryan, we decided to press on and have the CV replaced at a nearby Toyota dealership. Whiteface Mountain was our next stop, one of the highest peaks in the Adirondack Mountains, and the only one with a castle. Built in 1929, there are 2 ways to get to the peak and the castle. First is a short trail, or a 424-foot tunnel carved into the mountain that takes you to an elevator that raises you 276 feet to the summit. While the views here were amazing, all I could think about was the army of black flies that were swarming us the moment we stepped onto the summit.
This could be an epic.
Brink of accidents.
No other vehicles this point.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yep.
Dad, I'm gonna get I want to go downward. Oh, y'all kind of better path. I'm gonna take a wrong way.
All right, we are at camp for the second day in the Adirondacks. Today's had some ups and downs that we'll get into, but this is making up for it. I'm really excited about this camp. We'll give you guys a tour in a bit, but first, as you can see, I gotta help get us set up.
Oh, it's in his little beak for sure.
Yeah. He's like, I won't let you grab me.
Is it hooked in his beak?
Yeah.
I'm looking for some.
See what we got? This little baby duck has a hook stuck in his beak. We're gonna try to get it out. I'm worried, I don't know where Mama Duck is. She may have abandoned him, but we'll do what we can. I'm worried about.
Him biting you?
No, I'm worried about
It
him
hurting him.
yanking him. You're not gonna get it.
Oh, there you go.
Look at
There
that.
you go, bud.
Jace, grab that string.
That needs to be thrown in the trash so it doesn't happen to another little fella.
It's so long.
All right.
I don't know anything about baby ducks. I don't know how he's gonna do.
Stay back. Stay back. Stay back.
Oh!
He is fast.
This looks like you got some real Overlander dinner happening over here.
Here we go. You ready? You ready? Hold on.
Okay, yeah.
Film the board.
Okay, yeah, oh, yeah. Alright guys, so Daisy and the boys are off hiking some trails we found near our campsite. And I thought I'd just take a moment between me and you just to talk about the Adirondacks. These mountains are amazing. There are some great campsites, there are some amazing little towns. You might would see it in a Hallmark movie or something. It's been really amazing. But there's one massive downside, and it is black flies. They are everywhere. And I thought this site was like, I was like, great, they're not here. We're black fly free. Nope, as soon as the wind died down, here they are. I've been using my good friend 40% DEET. They're still here. I mean, they're a little less on my skin, but they're still here, flying everywhere. It's maddening. I told Daisy, if I ever was interrogated or tortured and they used a room full of black flies to do it, I can't do it. You know, whatever you want to know, here's all the secrets. Get these flies out of here. Tomorrow, some plans have changed. We had planned to go to, probably saying this wrong, guys, Ausable. I don't know. It's a chasm. We're gonna do some rafting through the water, and I was super excited about it. But we've got some maintenance issues with the Tacoma. I've got a CV boot that is completely torn open, and there is no more grease. So we're gonna take the time. We're gonna try to get that taken care of. So it kind of sucks. We kind of lose a day of activities that we really were looking forward to doing. But it's kind of the nature of the beast. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss part 2 of our Northeast expedition. If you like what we're doing, let us know by leaving a like on this video. And as usual, make sure you get out and explore.